Okay, so I will just show a bit how to use custom assembly codes using ROM Manager. This is not meant to be an ASM tutorial. I just want to show how ROM Manager can be used to insert custom code for objects. So what I'm gonna do is essentially do the same behavior that we did, but instead of using behavior commands, I will use a custom assembly code. So let's do this. I will just go back into the behavior bank, and you can see here that you can call custom assembly function. So there's a dedicated menu for custom assembly codes here. You can open it and just add a new one. You can change the name. So I'll just go thing loop. We'll just write a function that will be called every frame, and it will just replace this. So this is the behavior command that we used last time to add an offset to the face angle every frame. So I will just remove this command and do it in assembly. So the way ROM Manager allows you to insert assembly code is not very friendly. So you can use the assembly to hex converter, and write your assembly here. So first thing we want to do is to load the current object. So the current object is at this address. This is a global variable in the code. So we can just use this address. We'll just load into the register T0. So now T0 contains the address of the current object. Then we want to load the face angle. So this is face angle U, and this is what this offset is used for. So D4 can be used here. So 0x D4 from the current object. This loads the face angle into the T1 register. Then we can just add our offset to it. So for example, we used 0100 last time. And finally, I just want to save this back to the object. So D4 T0. So we load the current object, we load the face angle, we add this offset to it, and then we store it back. And lastly, we want to jump back to the main program. So jump to the return address. So that's our assembly program, which is essentially the same thing as what we had before with the behavior command, but the power of assembly is you can do a lot more than this, but I'm not going to show too much more. So with this, you can click convert. It dumps this as a hex, and then you need to go into edit hex. This opens your hex editor if you have it configured. You paste with Control V and save the file and close it. This is not very a nice interface, but yeah, you have to deal with it. So now you have this function, and if you go back to your behavior script, you can go here to custom assembly function, go to add, select your function, and here you can see it added automatically this command here, but you want to have it loop, so you can click here loop, and it just automatically moves it here. And I still have this, so I need to remove this. This was the behavior command that we had last time. All right, so now we should have the same behavior, but using custom assembly this time. So let's save and run and see if it works. Yeah, it does the same thing as before, but now it's using custom assembly. So yeah, now it's up to you to see what you can do with assembly. You can do a lot of things. It's a bit finicky, definitely, working with assembly. As I said, this is not a tutorial for how to code in assembly, but at least it shows you how to insert code using ROM manager and use it in your behavior scripts. Yeah, that's it for me.